Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Arizona and water infrastructure and cuts to spending on water infrastructure, big ones. Curiosity and a potential reason why those cuts are happening, and school vouchers. Stick with me because this is kind of a winding road. Okay, so recently I saw this thing saying that there was going to be a $330 million cut, $333 million cut to water infrastructure spending in Arizona. And I was kind of taken aback by that for two reasons. One, it's desperately needed. Two, the governor there, Hobbs, I don't expect a whole lot of politicians most times, but this is something that she's kind of been on. So it was incredibly surprising. So I wanted to know why. The eternal question, why? So I started looking around. I found out there was a 1.4 or $1.5 billion shortfall in the budget. Okay, well, that explains why there were cuts. But why did the shortfall happen? And you find out that there was lower revenue, normal stuff that leads to shortfalls. But there was something else. I stumbled across an article from ProPublica. If you're not familiar with this outlet, I've talked about them before. Good, old-fashioned journalism. Really digging into stuff and putting it together in a very consumable format. They put together a piece about the school voucher program. Back in 2022, the previous governor signed into law this voucher program. And the idea behind it is that the state would provide a voucher for private school tuition or supplies to be used for homeschooling, so on and so forth. This idea has been used as a model in a whole bunch of other states. What does any of this have to do with water infrastructure cuts, right? It was supposed to have a price tag of $65 million. That's what it was supposed to cost, $65 million. Current estimates put it somewhere between $330 million and $430 million. Well, that kind of explains it then. That certainly appears to possibly be a contributing factor. One of the things that I noticed when I started looking around, because a whole bunch of states have implemented programs, some of which were like directly almost copy and pasted, is that there are some states that kind of, it looks like they saw this coming and altered their programs a little bit. But this is one of those things that has become a major topic in the United States. And when you're looking at expenditures like that, especially the way it gets marketed, it could probably use a little bit more discussion as to what it actually costs to facilitate a voucher program like this. Because the state that a whole lot of other states kind of modeled their stuff on, they're having some big issues, some big overruns that are leading to very tough choices being made. That cut $333 million from water infrastructure, and as far as I can tell, there's no guarantee that this is like a temporary thing. That money in Arizona, that is desperately needed for that. The situation with the water out there, it's not over, not by any means. There was kind of a short-term deal worked out, but that situation is not over. That money, it's desperately needed if there is any desire for people to still continue to live in the state, because the infrastructure is going to have to be updated as we have issues with water at the same time as rising temperatures. It's going to be an issue. So this is probably something that needs to be discussed a little bit more. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.